three maps that they both play pretty frequently as well. So not only do they have decent results, but they also have the There we go. Match Medic back to the beginning of the round before everyone left. A few AKs, a Galil, and a Krieg is going to be the weaponry for ViCI. So let's see if they're going to be able to make it work. And there we go. Small amount of damage. Just spamming down mid with the Krieg, I believe that was. Not really going to do anything substantial. What's the plan for ViCI? That's the question. Splitting up early on for what seems to be just a standard default. Sending the player out lower tunnels, looking to maybe try and take a fight on mid, get that short control. And for now, Panda, of course, they have completely given up short instead. Putting two towards long. This is the position that they do want to hold down. As long as you keep control of one, then you're normally okay. If you lose both, then of course retaking becomes almost impossible at that point, I would say. And also, of course, holding it down if there's players coming from both sides of you, almost impossible as well. Let's see, 55 seconds remaining, and there is actually currently full short control for ViCI. Up on the corner of long, being savage. And then two on actually long itself that can be called pretty quickly to come help. So there's a decent setup on this A-bomb site right now. 35 seconds remaining. ViCI looks like they will indeed commit onto A. Saw a little bit of a fake on mid, or at least we're attempting to. As you can see, it didn't really pay off too much. To push coming forward, utility being hoped to be used rather to slow this push down. But it's not going to be too successful as the bomb will indeed be planted. Planted for short as well, the position that they do, of course, have control of, so they can play time on that bomb. And now it's just such a difficult retake. A 5v5, no one had taken any damage before the bomb went down. Not something you see happen very often, but look at this. Panda, they're making the retake happen. Only Aumann remains now. He gets one. It's all on the bottle. He's looking to just try and stick the bomb, and he's going to be able to find it. An easy defuse comes in once they realise the final player was on long. And Aumann does actually find that kill in the end at least, but another round win going to be coming in for Panda. They take that lead up 3-0. Maybe a little bit of a communication issue. I'm not too sure why they decided to plant for short and then put a player around on long. Definitely a strange choice. ViCI actually are able to buy again, at least. Loss bonus and the bomb plant, of course, going to be helping them. They have the full... Well, they got 2900 plus 800, so they got 3700 rather into this round. And the next one, though, they'll have full loss bonus at 3400, and then if they can buy the bomb plant as well, they'd still buy. But ideally, they want to win this round out, start getting some rounds on the board, and that's a good way to start it off. Freeman and Zoking, they managed to find a frag each. One is returned by Ayaya as we see Aumann trying to sprint out mid and make a bit of a play, which wasn't really necessary. But now the commitment to A, it's going to be coming in from ViCI. They've already managed to find this kill and CT spawn, rather, and Freeman even doubles down. As the last man being TB is heard in mid and quickly dealt with. 3-1. ViCI going to get a round on the board. And Panda haven't taken so much damage in those previous rounds, are in a position where they actually have 3 players facing a double eco. Meaning, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the straight up force buy. I'd be surprised if we didn't, to be honest. And yeah, we're not going to see the force buy. Okay, so they're going to eco this one, probably eco the next one then as well. So let's see how that goes. Bit of damage early on being found. Oh, the Mach 10 from Aumann, though. He has a good chance to try and build up loads of money here, so that's what he'll be looking for. Against the Kevlarless opponent, $600 per kill. Definitely always a nice find, but hang on though, rather. Walks into a little bit of a mid stack. Ends up getting taken down. Soaking with that kill on B should realise the site itself is clear now within the next couple of seconds. Molly not going to land as intended. That smoke a little bit too deep as well. Could technically give some room for a ViCI player to get ready to sneak through. But it doesn't matter. Bomb goes down. 4 on 3. At this point, there's just nothing really that Panda can do about the round. It's definitely confirmed in favour of ViCI. And there we go, 4 players going to survive for ViCI. Good for them to build up their own economy, of course. And we'll be happy with that for sure. Yeah, as I said though, the problem is Panda, if they want to buy, they can't really get the perfect buyout in this round. And it looks like because of that they will actually happily take this eco. Some pistols being upgraded, a bit of utility as well. Gives them a chance for at least some damage to come in, but there should be a third round being picked up for ViCI. Relatively easy, you would imagine, and there you go. K is already finding the opening. 2 more players actually on that B-bomb site. Make that 3 more. As Panda have taken a little bit of a gamble and stacked it up, which could pay off, because right now, actually, Advent going to try and walk out of tunnels. Could be walking into a barrage of pistols that are ready to hold this down. Let's see, the AK leads the way. There's a couple more players that they may not expect, but they connect the shot, so it doesn't matter. Quickly, the round, get everything they want pretty much, although they invested pretty heavily in the previous round, so a little bit of a lackluster buy in comparison to what I thought they'd get. III goes for the op. Gets it with body armor. Utility-wise, it's not perfect. There's only 1 player with a defuse kit as well. But it's decent, and this is where Panda really need to start picking up some rounds, otherwise we could be seeing a bit of a repeat of Overpass. Oh, look at this Advent. He has a chance to maybe try and line up a couple of players. Gets blinded, sadly, and actually turns back off of the angle. But the trade comes in. Bottle not going to be able to escape away. Only gets 1 frag. 2 players on the car, and oh my god, Zoking just spams them 1 down. They may not expect a second, but an advantage now being even further extended in their favour. There's just not much being done by Panda right now. This gun round looking very, very convincing for ViCI. HZ over on short. May spot a player in mid. He actually does indeed. Problem is now that ViCI actually know where he's positioned, so Molotov goes down on short. That's going to stop him from really being able to do too much. He doesn't have a kit. So really his only hope is to save that M4 over into the next round. Surprisingly, he doesn't do that. I honestly thought you just saved that M4 over instead now. Maybe some pistols will be upgraded, but there's not too much that Panda can do about this round. ViCI should be looking at a 5th round. Oh, Freeman already up short as well. Easy kill. Timing's perfect to catch Bottle. Oh, and AAI getting aggressive is going to be shut down with a quick AK bullet as well to the skull. With that now a 5 on 3. The B-bomb site actually open for the taken. And Aumann should call that to his teammates now in a moment, as they will also be aware of the fact that it's completely vacant. A little bit dangerous there for Freeman, but he gets the kill in the end. All 5 players survive in this one for ViCI. They've built up quite a lot of money already, as you can see. Putting themselves in a good position early on to try and get some stability with the economy. looks like they want to maybe favour over towards B in this round. Previous gun round that they went for that, rather, did go fairly well. I think they were actually up against the pistols when they creeped out B, so they do need to be cautious. They'd be walking into, of course, a couple of players. But let's see. Nade early on. Savage actually takes a lot of damage from that, brought down to 54. Might end up going down. It's actually Bottle who gets taken down over on short. Savage had already backed off. He instead is now going to be just playing on the A-bomb site. Playing from around Goose, I believe. But yeah, 5-on-4 early on in favour of ViCI. Definitely seems like they're continuing on with this very dominant trend so far. TB holding this pretty aggressively. Will it work out for him is the question. The bomb is in tunnels, of course. There's only 30 seconds now remaining, so the commitment to B is going to have to come in. And that smoke is quite perfectly timed, actually. That's going to make things so much more difficult for them now. Zoking, though, dropping into the CT spawn, going to be able to find one. Oh, almost a second. If he got that, the A-bomb site would have been open, but instead now they still have to take down Savage. They have 15 seconds to do it, but it's going to be easy for Kays. That's the bomb now going to be planted, and at that point I think AAA and TB just want to save these weapons. There's not much they can do. Yeah, taking a shot. They know he's up on that B-bomb site. He just needs to run away, make sure he saves the op, and of course TB as well wants to save the AUG over. Oh, it's just not happening. AIA was actually in mid. Ends up getting taken down, of course, and losing that op. Which is definitely a big weapon to lose out on, sadly. He was actually in between the doors. He got shot down pretty quickly. It was a nice shot from Zoking, of course. Op not needed, though, for ViCI. They already have one of their own. The hunt wasn't about taking weapons to the side of ViCI, which is about taking them away from Panda. TB will at least survive, but I don't see Panda buying because they don't really have enough to do so. Oh, and already just so much damage put in. HZ and AAA have been taken down really low early on. Not making things easier at all when they already have the weakness in terms of the weapons. Savage going to be taken down, and a quick A play seemingly going to be coming in. They know they're up against mostly pistols, so they're just going for it. Utility being used well. Omen left to lurk in mid is going to find a lot of action pretty soon. Oh, and actually AAA is not aggressive on A long, so I was going to say he could potentially flank it out, but it's not even needed. Bottle going to find one, and with that, of course, get himself control of an AK, but he gets naded down to 9 health in the process. Meaning, I think saving that AK is definitely something he should be considering. And it seems like he's come to the conclusion that he will do so, backing away now. 7-3, though, is going to be the scoreline for ViCI as they look yet again so dominant here on Dust 2. Not getting an AK at least to be carried over. Decent save. It's going to be a full buy, of course, in this next round from Panda. And oh, that's one way to start this round off. Okay, it's actually just straight up connecting the shot on the cross. So much damage done actually by that spam. And they do actually decide to hang around for a couple of extra seconds before finally falling back off. Bit unfortunate that Savage is taken out so early on. Of course, this is a gun round that Panda do very much need to pick up. Again, they're in a tough position now, having lost I think it's 5 or 6 rounds in a row at this point. Oh, and they're going to just start creeping up through long. Smoke towards CT. Flash a car. Line up anyone on the bomb site, and I believe anyone in CT. And here we go, pushing forward now. Bottle is the first player for them to deal with. Oh, Auman actually able to just get a quick backstab out on mid. Zoking and Freeman also finding success on the bomb site, and as you can see, before you can even get off a B, his teammates are all already gone, and I don't think he's going to be able to survive either because Auman is actually hunting them down. He knows where he is right now. A free kill from behind going to go ahead and gift itself over to Auman. And with that now 8-3 being the scoreline, ViCI already halfway through this map. Again, they did pick up the win back on Overpass as well, so if they take it here on Dust 2, they go straight on into the finals to take on Tyloo. Oh, and it's actually a force buy coming in from Panda. An MP9 and AUG, couple M4s and a 5.7. Not the perfect buy. Smoke going down in tunnels though. Flash is going to be coming in. Freeman leads the way. Sprays down one and eventually gets the second by just spamming in through the door. This round, again, just pretty much over and done with before it's even begun. And they actually left Auman lurking as well, so he just continues to find frags elsewhere on the map. So the chances of Panda continue to fall second by second. Eventually one frag comes in, but that is going to be it. HZ hoping to save, but oh, he's been spotted. Gets one, but at this point there's so much money. Everyone has 16,000 for ViCI. Look at that. Before, when the round ends, everyone had 16k. That just shows you how convincingly they've been taking all of these rounds. Oh, didn't get the kill this time, but the damage at least is done. Not ideal for IEM to already be 11 health as he reaches the bomb site, of course, so a little bit unfortunate. They only have pistols, of course. It's not a great buy by any means. And already a 2-man advantage has been found. Ooh, nice shot by HZ. A little bit of an overextension rather there by Freeman, I do have to say. An aggressive up short on his own wasn't really needed, but I guess they have a lot of confidence built up, so they are going to be making some plays along those lines. But of course, only TB now remains. He's on A. I believe they do know this. They definitely do at this point, but they are just going to try and take that fight together and eventually finish him off. Double digits already for ViCI, 10-3. This time at least the shot on the cross not being connected does mean everyone over on the Panda side gets to start the round with decent HP, with full health. I'm not too sure what the names at the top have actually gone. It just says CT and T, which is really strange because normally it says terrorist and counter-terrorist, so I've never seen it just say CT and T. What the hell? But yeah, double up setup in this one from Panda. Maybe that's what they need to try and start picking up rounds for themselves. And here we go. Getting ready for yet again another A execute. Actually, only one player on the bomb site itself being savage with that op, and then over on long HZ can rotate in to try and help. So it's going to be initially up to the opper on the bomb site to hold this down, and let's see if he's going to be able to do it. Savage gets the first. Staying alive for now as well. Gets a little bit of a flash assist. He has Bottle actually come in and out to assist them out. Quick kill being found before eventually a couple of trades are returned, but it's only Advent who remains 1 on 3. And finally Panda are able to pick up another round win. did of course take a very long time. 4 players going to be starting this next round with 16,000. So there's not going to be a worry for economy anytime soon for ViCI. It is of course the last round of the half. They'll probably buy up 22 auto snipers to spam the mid doors. Wouldn't be too surprised. They may as well buy auto snipers. Come on, spam the doors. There we go. Oh no, it's a Krieg. That's not an auto sniper. There we go. That's the auto sniper. Omen just teasing us a little bit. I'm not sure why they don't buy up more though. They had so much money that it's the last round. They may as well just spam down mid. But yeah, the spam comes in by 1 op and 1 auto sniper. Doesn't really manage to connect anything, sadly. But when that nade may do some decent damage. Yeah, Advent down to 76. Seems like Panda are trying to hold down both long and short. That's going to be tough though, because this is actually the plan right now for ViCI is to try and split out of these positions. So HZ alone on long going to need to find preferably at least a kill and damage, but he would like 2 frags, and there we go. He's able to line them up. They don't check their close right corner. The spray down is perfect. 2-man advantage been extended even further now, as it's only Freeman who eventually returns 1 for ViCI. Looking like a 5th round for Panda, definitely possible at this point. And leaving only K is now, of course, a 1v2 though, so he does have an op as well. HZ with an op of his own though, going to be spotting the cross and waiting for the opportunity to arise. Oh, he's been spotted, I think, on... Oh, he's been able to spot him on mid, yeah. This is tough. Able to just go out straight into the B-bomb site now, get the bomb down, has plenty of time to position himself, most importantly, in the after plant. Of course, he doesn't actually know where HZ's coming from, but he has the angle. He did have the angle, at least. Unfortunate on the timing that the second he looks away is when HZ actually advances forward. But if HZ makes any noise anyway, he should be able to get that info. Flash being prepared and thrown over now. Will it be effective is the question. The answer is no. It doesn't blind up Kays. He's looking to just still play time, and he should have a very easy round win now. It's going to be 11-4 at half time. The bomb was just ticking so quickly there, even that I don't know if it would have been possible for him to get the kill and the defuse at the same time. So 11-4. ViCI looking really strong at half time. Hopefully we'll be getting back into this one soon, guys. Waiting on the players, of course, they're ready up, but I think it goes without saying that Panda have a very long road ahead of them. Names up the top, of course, aren't right now. Hopefully they'll be fixed once the game goes back live, but yeah, Panda, they need to pick up this pistol round, and then they need to pick up that first gun round as well if they really want to start making this a doable comeback. Otherwise, it's looking like ViCI will be heading on to the finals to take on Tyloo, and I think it goes without saying that that's probably the expected final that most people would have been imagining would come out of this qualifier. Of course, it is a best of 5 with the upper bracket team coming in with a map advantage, so Tyloo are going to have a 1 map advantage whoever they face off against. Don't mind the score. It's half time, boys. That'll be fixed very soon. Once they ready up, I'm pretty sure it'll swap the names and fix it. So we have nothing to worry about. Hopefully it doesn't take them too long to ready up now from this point forward. Been a pretty quick dust too so far, definitely. The pace has been high. We reached that half-time mark pretty quickly, I do have to say. Again, boys, the score at the top will fix itself once the game goes live. The qualifier is, I believe, played on ESEA servers, and that's just how they work. It just be like that, you know? Oh, but here we go. See, bottom left says it there. ViCI game in 11, Panda game in 4. Well, it actually says ViCI game in -11, Panda game in -4. But I don't think that's how the game works. I don't think you can go into negative rounds. Here we go. Pistol round going live. If Panda don't pick this up, then it's not going to be looking good for them at all. Okay, the names haven't fixed, so I am going to tell an admin. Alright, we'll get back to telling an admin in a moment about that issue, because, of course, right now, Panda, they are finding some success. A quick B-rush comes in. Able to actually hold down the tunnel's flank as well, and with that, suddenly now a 3-on-5 retake is what we're going to have to see coming in from ViCI, and it's not looking like it's going to happen. There it is. Panda pick up a very much needed pistol round and get themselves a little bit of a lifeline to work with. Again, hang on, let me finish typing that message up to the admin. Right, admin has been informed. That should be fixed soon, guys. I know it can throw off people who've just came into the stream, etc. So I don't want it to be messing up anyone's experience. But yeah, here we go. There should be an eco just coming in from ViCI. You see a couple of nades being purchased up, but not much else. And on the other hand, Panda taking things pretty safely, going straight on the 3 AKs, a Scout and a MAC-10. That's a quick cleanup. The nade's done some decent damage, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to find any kills over, sadly. And of course, the final player now being Freeman in towards CT spawn. And there's the last headshot coming in quickly from Savage. All 5 players are going to survive from Panda. That's what they want on the anti-eco. But of course, now is when the buy is going to come in from Panda. Could be dangerous right there. Omen up close on long needs to be careful. There's a couple of players around this area right now. But it seems like instead they're going to focus on just going for that short control. Oh, he's going to push. No way he expects Bottle in this spot. This should be a free kill for Bottle. And indeed it is. That's some long control now being found. They can split it up through short as well. And I'd imagine now that Panda will just move pretty quickly forward. Actually, hang on. Zoking has pushed through tunnels though, so if they don't move quickly, then they definitely are at risk of being flanked out. And, of course, taken down from behind, so they need to be careful. Are they being cautious at his flank at least? And here we go. Advent playing up close on long around the smoke. What's he going to be able to get done? The spam comes through, gets the first kill, but that's all he's allowed. Pulled back yet again. 2 for 1 in favour of the T side. And HZ lines them up to spray down as they try and peek out short. 11-7 going to be the scoreline now. As you can see, the names have been switched. The best of 3 series score should be swapped over in a moment as well. But yeah, this should be a fairly easy 8th round rather for Panda. Gonna have to be yet again an eco nades and some pistols this time due to having the full loss bonus, but that's not the start they would have been hoping for. Zoking already eliminated. Yeah, able to connect the shot on the cross. OMG, that scoreboard. Sorry guys, I don't know, it's just happening. So it's been fixed now. We're good. Everything's G. Whatever way the bot or whatever handles it, it had a bit of a stroke. But here we go. Pushing out on the B. Couple players in position to maybe try and find a few frags. But not looking too likely because already 2 quick headshots come in. HZ gonna find another as he peeks out the doors. Leaving, of course, only K is alive. USP in his possession. He's in lower tunnels right now. Not really too much that he's going to be able to do about this. Panda, ideally, they want to keep all 5 players alive as well. Of course, ViCI going to get a buy into this next round, and definitely will be the best buy they've had so far here on the CT side. Of course, when they bought into that previous round, they bought into round number 3. Sure, they had the rifles, etc., but they were so limited on utility, they didn't have the ops or anything. And I believe they also had some SMGs in play, so a good round should be coming up now in terms of the buy for ViCI. Final frag even been found there in the end by Panda, but it's not too big of a deal. Again, he had nothing to lose, so it's now that things really begin to, where things really begin to, I guess, spice up. This round, of course, still very important. Panda have actually begun to build up some pretty decent money, so this is a chance for Panda to really make this comeback start happening. If they are able to pick this one up, then they're put into a really good position. As early on, they do actually focus that control towards long. Short currently being taken over by Panda, using their utility to ensure that there's no one playing up close. They do try and go towards A though. Of course, K is with the op, is ready on ramp. His goal being to watch that short push, and on the other hand, it's Advent on long. He did have Elman with him initially, but he's decided to fall back off, and has actually gone into CT spawn, so if eventually we see Panda trying to get something done on mid, he is going to be there to try and hold it down. Smoke actually being thrown out as, I guess, a little bit of a distraction, because 3 players grouped up on long, 2 players grouped up on short. There is definitely a clear plan in mind right now for Panda, and let's see if it's going to go to plan for them, because so far the answer is no. The opening kill coming in favour of the op. Second frag being found there, as well as it was Elman who chimed in. And suddenly it's a 4-on-2 favouring ViCI quite heavily. HZ and they do actually kind of have the bomb site. The bomb taking its time though to actually be brought and planted. Eventually just drop to HZ, so he'll go and do it instead. And I guess the op wants to keep control of short so that they can try and play the after plant at least. But here we go. Jumping Og, not going to be connecting. A bit of damage being done, but eventually he goes down. A second frag being found. This time it's HZ that chimes in. This round is beginning to fall apart right now. Oh, it's only K's that remains. Gone from a 4-on-2 to a 0-on-2. Panda find the 9th round. And they do so in pretty spectacular fashion, pulling it back from a position where they were looking to be down and out. And again, back on the pistols for ViCI. 2 Deags, 2 5.7s and a P250. Alongside, of course, some utility. A couple flashes and a couple smokes. Lots of Molotovs just being thrown straight up at the A-bomb site. Some damage being connected by them. They need to be careful, don't want to be taking those fights up against the pistols constantly, but it doesn't matter. TB just takes all 3 frags on the A-bomb site, opens it up on his own. And that should be the end of this round. Double digits looking pretty much confirmed for Panda at this point. That previous round there for ViCI could probably come to actually haunt them. Losing that 2 versus 4, of course. 1 round now going to be in the difference between these two. As we see Zoking hoping, I guess, for an exit frag. He has Kevlar on him, he has a smoke as well. Could get $350 head armor, so I don't know if it's too worth for him actually trying to get these exits at all. I think definitely saving his current equipment is probably the better idea. Yeah, that is the case. So we should get a rifle upgrade to the helmet for 350, of course leaves him with 5,000. Although he doesn't even need the helmet, because he's up against AKs and an op anyway, so he decides against it, keeps that little bit of extra money, which is an even better idea. That's why he's a professional player and I'm not. Ooh, Zoking. Opening kill this time comes in. Use the nade to cover of the smoke from the grenade to actually take the duel. And did manage to come out on top of it this time around. The 5-on-4 in play. Can ViCI manage to capitalize on this and turn it into a round win and potentially begin to replicate that performance consistently? Otherwise, it's going to be a tough showing for them here on the CT side. And it seems like they actually do want to just, at this point, group up and see if they can take it on towards B. 2 players on this side of the map currently being, I believe, Zoking and Freeman. Oh, smoke goes down as well. There is utility though in play for Panda, so you'd expect them definitely to use that as they go through. Or they could wait a couple seconds for it to begin to fade away, which I think is the better option, which seems to be what they are going for. But here we go. As it begins to actually leave the tunnels, they are going to do so themselves. The flash goes in. Zoking gets 2, 5-7 being the weapon he resorts to. And he needs to be cautious because there's openings being found right now. A 2-on-1. Smoke going to be put down towards the door. Molly at window, allowing for the bomb to be planted. And let's see if he can manage to clutch this one out. It would be a massive round for Panda. As he repositions over towards tunnels. There is a defuse kit in the possession of Advent. He goes for the op. I actually kind of like that. He gives him a chance to try and force the 1v1 quickly and then fall back into tunnels. Let's see if it works out. Ready on the op. Not able to connect the first shot, sadly. And he will get taken down as the defuse will be found. 12-10. ViCI. They have finally got a round on the board here on the CT side, but can they manage to do that now consistently? As I said, that's something they're going to need to replicate, otherwise they'll just be looking at the scoreline, the gap that they have slowly beginning to kind of fall away. And you'd be looking at Panda, of course, claiming the lead. Again, ViCI did win the first map, so even if they lose this one, it's not over and done with. There will be Inferno as the decider. But ideally, they probably want to close this out here and now while they can. Very slow round to start things off here by Panda. Looking to try and get the short control. Advent actually being left alone on long if they did want to come towards this position later on into the round. here we go now. 45 seconds actually only remaining, so they need to get a move on really quickly into one of these bomb sites. Which one are they going to head towards is the question. B looking to be definitely the most likely one, considering the bombs in tunnels. There's 3 players going out mid. But this is the problem. The bomb's actually in tunnels on its own, so if that bomb gets dropped and Freeman actually has an op, he's looking into tunnels, then the round will pretty much be over with at that point. Just 20 seconds, so they definitely couldn't afford for that. He needs his teammates now to find some success coming up through window, and they will actually be able to find one. The problem is, Freeman was alive, but it doesn't matter. Was is the word you really want to focus on in that sentence, because the trade came in. It's a 3-on-2 as the bomb is planted. And with that now, only Kays and Advent remain, and they've already decided on just backing away and saving this. This is what I was a little bit worried about. They will, of course, get $2,900 still in the next round, but it's definitely not ideal. And won't really allow for a perfect buy. If they wanted it, though, Kays could drop over a weapon. And then the other 2 would be left on 2, probably just pistols, so not too sure what they're going to go for. Kays actually does manage to find 1 kill there to stop the op from being taken away from himself. They do actually go for the force buy into this one, but as I said, it's not great. They have the op on Kays at least. An M4, couple OGs. There is the weakness of having a UMP, and also utility-wise, it's not perfect. So it's a decent buy though. They need to make this work, otherwise Panda are going to take a 12th, and likely off the back of that a 13th, and of course the potential for even more. Flash on the short. I believe that's Auman actually playing initially around that position with the UMP. Decides to actually fall back off. Kays is stuck around though. He's actually getting aggressive yet again. Spots the head, but he's not able to connect the shot. That was a frag that would have been very nice for ViCI to actually find in the situation. Oh, and actually making their way over towards B now. Panda finding success. Able to come out with a 2-for-1 trade. Suddenly the B bomb site has fallen under their control, rather. And the ViCI yet again are forced to just go straight for a save. 12-12. It was 11-4 at half time again. As a reminder for anyone who may have just joined. So ViCI since then haven't really been able to do much. Zauman actually finding a couple of frags with the UMP. That's a chance for him to upgrade to a better weapon. I don't think it's going to happen though, as he is eventually pushed down and taken out. Not that big of a deal though, considering they are blind in the next round either way, and they were actually able to find quite a few kills there. Problem is, damage isn't a big deal, considering Panda rather do have so much money. ViCI just haven't looked good on the defense so far at all. It's looking to be just a pretty standard default coming in by Panda, and I guess why try much else? It's been working. Don't fix it if it ain't broken. They've been doing a good job at exploiting, making the mid-round decisions, and managing to just take those bomb sites together and trade efficiently as well on the way in. And then 10 seconds now remaining. What's the plan for Panda? Again, short control looking to be a likely scenario, as it always is. Pretty crucial part of the map as a terrorist player especially, and also as a CT, of course, if you want to try and stop that site from being split onto so easily. Either you take short or take long normally. There we go, that's exactly what they're going to be going for. They're looking for this A split. 3 players long, 2 coming up through short, and I can already see that this is going to be a really tough hold for ViCI to come in with. A couple players actually up on long, and they begin things off pretty well. It's a pretty solid find indeed. K is still alive on the op, able to get 2 more. And oh, eventually misses. But it's a 2-on-1, so as long as Zoking and Freeman play it together, they should be able to pretty easily close this round out in favour of ViCI. And there it is indeed, the double peak. 13-12, ViCI reclaim the lead, but can they keep it up again? That's the question. There's going to be plenty of money for the rebuy for Panda. Although their money isn't great, so if ViCI were to win this one, Panda would be a little bit low. And oh, that was a decent nade to start things off. 17 damage, it's not the end of the world, but when you're up against an M4 and you're up against AUGs as well, that does make you one shot to the head, so definitely is a slight weakness. Oh, it seems like ViCI right now actually have a bit of a read about what may be going on. The bomb is in tunnels, 4 players for the D side, a 5th maybe looking to join them. And there's actually already 3 players on this side of the map currently for Japan. For ViCI rather. What am I about? I'm so tired, apologies. But yeah, it's a little bit awkward. Oh, HZ catches both. Why is no one watching tunnels? No one's actively watching tunnels. He was hiding behind the platform waiting for contact. Problem is his teammate was in the open, so he's the first one to get shot and taken down, and then the round's over and done with. That's not good. Kays gets dropped as well. No op to be saved. Maybe picked up, or should be picked up. Oh, what was that? They should have been able to find something on B. Oh, the op, no, it's not going to be saved. At least not in the hands of Omen. I don't think Advent can really, I guess, justify trying to go back up long. Completely surrounded and probably going to be taken down. Oh, that works. Okay. Put that in no scope. Yeah, ViCI have actually fully forced into this one, so suddenly a game that was looking almost won by them is just completely falling apart. They were sitting at 11-4 at half time, remember? Pistol round did go in favour of Panda, but still, it was a decent enough lead. They had a little bit of comfortability, some security in between. So, yeah, a very good comeback so far from Panda, I guess, is the only real way to put it. But yeah, going back to that previous round, I'm not sure what was going on. No one was spotting tunnels. They let Panda walk out for free. And, of course, that costed them big time. If they picked up that previous round, they would have actually been in a somewhat decent position. Instead, now they're back on the back foot, trying to get back into this game. Even while it's at 13-13, I do say get back into it, because they have yet to really show much on this CT side, so I currently don't have too much faith that they're going to be able to pick up the rounds that are needed. Panda definitely just seeming like the better team since they've gone on the offense. There we go, coming out mid. HZ actually spawning the initial player. Oh, hang on, Zoking aggressive with the MP9. Gets 2 in tunnels. That is a play that was massively needed. Freeman on the AUG going to be able to find 1 before eventually he falls. But it's a 4-on-2 now. They have the bomb in tunnels. The smoke goes down. Through the smoke, potentially more frags can be found, but that flash is actually perfect. Zoking so blind. But it doesn't matter. He gets the first and the second. making it a quad in total. Up retrieved, 14-13. ViCI get another round, but again, they haven't chained any together yet on the CT side. That's what they need to do. And I guess the positive is actually that Panda have a somewhat limited economy because of the damage that has been done, I guess, pretty consistently coming in by ViCI. 3 AKs, a CZ, and an op, so it's not terrible, but if ViCI were to win this one, then we'd see Panda on likely just pistols in the following round to try and keep themselves alive in this map and in the game. On the other hand, though, of course, Panda do have a chance to try and come straight back into it right now. That's standing in the molly. Takes a decent amount of damage down to 82. Especially when you're up against a FAMAS, M4s and an AUG, that is a decent amount of damage, because that means he's one shot to the head now. But yeah, Panda taking their time. Just under 50 seconds remaining. Looking like a split towards the A-bomb site is their goal. And eventually we're going to be beginning to move forward now. Advent just trying to play for contact on long. Shoulder beacon eventually gets the AUG out. And of course having K's nearby to help is not going to be something he complains about, because it works in his favour. A 5-on-3 now in play. Panda going to have to recover this round unless they want to give up map and serious point over to ViCI. And it's not looking good. Up in play at least. A couple of AKs. The problem is no utility. If they had flashes, maybe it'd be a little bit easier. Maybe some smokes, etc. Let's see. Can they manage to pull it off? Bottle only able to find one. And Elman's going to trade on towards HZ on short. There it is. 15-13 map and serious point finally being found by ViCI. It took them some time, but in the end they get it. With the bomb plant at least going down, there's some money for Panda, but it's not amazing, not great, not even okay. It's just below average. It just gives them some pistols. One rifle comes out for Bottle, and a scout as well. There's actually a Galil, so when I say one rifle, I lied. Ooh, bit of damage. So King tagged down early on. Don't know if it's going to affect the outcome of the round, though. HZ, though, there we go. Opening kill comes in. Hayes returns one on the op elsewhere, peeking into lower tunnels, but a 1-for-1 does normally tend to favour the T-side. Problem is the weaponry-wise, I wouldn't say so. Yeah. Able to catch that aggression on B. Very wild from Zoking. I'm not too sure why he's pushing straight in like that. Not really being cautious at all. Of course, now with a 3-on-4 in place, a tough position for ViCI. Panda gonna actually group up over towards long. Okay, is on the bomb site itself with the op at least, and then they do have Omen on short who can be called to come help. Here we go, commitment gonna be coming in. Leading the charge is Savage. Smoke on the cross. Should allow them to get over relatively easily, and yeah, there we go. Shots being rattled off from the spawn, but not going to be able to stop them from actually getting onto the bomb site itself. Hoping the jump shot can do that. Oh, K's actually connects it. What is that? He stops the bomb from being planted for now. 3-on-3. Can he maybe get a wallbang through the car as well as the question? He is going to be going for it. It's a pretty common spam indeed. And oh, connects it. Low HP for HZ. He saw the blood. He knows HZ is there and eventually finishes him off. This could be the end of it, guys. If this is the way it all ends, it would be heartbreaking for Panda. It was looking so good in this round, and suddenly it's only Savage that remains. Freeman comes in with the trade, and there it is. 16-13 going to be the score for ViCI. Meaning they do, of course, take it 2-0 in this series up against Panda. It was pretty close overall, and I do have to say it was a good matchup, a strong showing. But in the end, ViCI were the better team, and of course that means they go on into the finals now to take on Tyloo in a best-of-5. So guys, don't make sure you don't go anywhere, rather, because we are going to be coming back with that best-of-5 in around 30 or so minutes. Of course, Tyloo going into the matchup with a one-map advantage due to coming from the upper bracket. And I think we're definitely going to have an interesting matchup coming up. If you're enjoying, make sure you hit that follow button above the stream. And also, if you like my casting, you can go ahead and check out my Twitter. You'll find that in the Twitch chat there. #sellout. But yeah, guys, we'll be back pretty soon. We're going to send that over to some breaks, etc. And as soon as that map is ready, we will hop on into some more, hopefully, great Counter-Strike action.
Say that it feels right, it feels right, it feels right, yeah. I can only say that it feels right, it feels right, it feels right, yeah. I can only say that it feels right. But gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. You and me
bored of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high on love. They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high on love. We're invincible. Trust in me. We're invincible. Don't you see? We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. I just assumed I'd play the part of keeping you in the right direction. No matter how your confidence may fall, I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Just stay.
So fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind for new and exciting feelings, but I won't leave you. Will everything we know be lost and changed for something new? Only time will tell, but I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you.
Like a broken soul in a wonderland without angels. That is how I feel when the mirror shows me a stranger. Yeah. And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see. Take me back to the planet where you and I are still meant to be. 'Cause I'm incomplete when you ain't by my side, when you don't wake up next to me. Yeah, I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets. 'Cause I'm incomplete. Yeah, I'm incomplete. Hey.
intersect. On each one I reflect. These lines write my story. These places change me, each one replacing, like night into morning. I miss the open air, the going anywhere, riding with you, like we used to. Guess I'm better off alone, never know when I'll get home, but I know that home's where the heart is. Guess I'm better off this way, moving to better days, but I know that home's where the heart is. Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, I can finally see you now. I see the fear inside your eyes.